everybody, welcome to the discussion on the Nintendo Direct. You might be wondering, why the hell is this guy talking about the Direct again? Haven't you already done it? Yes, I have. The correct answer is A. However, today I've got Nick with me.
Hey.
Not John, though, because he's unfortunately busy and couldn't join us. But he said he wouldn't have much to say about the Nintendo Direct anyways. So it'll just be me and Nick talking about what we saw, because we just watched the Direct. So when I had did this on my own, I felt pretty rushed because I had recorded the footage for the Metroid Prime stuff first, so I wanted to try keeping it within the video length. So I kind of rushed through a lot of things. So I want to be talking a little more in depth about what I mean with some of these games, and now that I've seen this a second time, it's stuck in with me a bit more. That I got we got a long way to go.
Yeah.
Well, at the very least, we started really well.
Did we?
Well, I mean, the Direct. I mean,
Oh.
the Direct started really well. We started with the Star Fox.
Yeah.
Which looks fucking gorgeous. I also want to apologize ahead of time because chances are I will be repeating things I've said when I was solo. But yeah, you're watching this, so it's your fault.
Yeah.
But yeah, Star Fox Zero looks fucking gorgeous, and seeing it a second time, I just want the game.
Yeah?
That's yeah.
Well,
I
yeah.
really want the game. It looks gorgeous. It looks like it's gonna be a lot of fun to play, and as long as we get to see Slippy Toad die, this will be easily the best game.
Toad.
This will be the best game in the franchise, bar none.
What about... But no, we get to see even more. We get to see not only Slippy Toad, but his uncle, his grandpa?
His Uncle Gippy, the chronic masturbator.
I thought it was Grippy.
Grippy,
Yeah,
Grippy, the
that's
chronic masturbator with a porn stash.
Yeah, that's why I called him a chronic masturbator. Who names their kid Grippy?
Someone who really didn't want the kid to begin with.
Oh, yeah.
Who names their kid Slippy?
That's like naming a baby girl Regretta or something. It's like, no, I really wanted you, for sure.
No, at that point you'd call her "Wish you were a fucking boy Getta." Anyways, yeah, Star Fox Zero looks gorgeous, and it looks gorgeous. It looks like it's fun. I'm interested in all the various gameplay styles it's got, because you saw the Chicken Walker.
Yeah.
Which I don't know how much you've heard of Star Fox Zero before, but the Chicken Walker is going to be its own separate thing, and we're also getting Landmasters back.
Oh, good. Good.
One last thing about Star Fox Zero is the multiplayer.
Yeah, when one of you flies and then the other person shoots.
When I see that, I'm reminded of Destroy All Humans 2, where when you play two-player, the first player would control the UFO, and the first player could still fly around, shoot, turn invisible, and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
But the second player had control of a much more powerful gun turret at the bottom of the UFO, which could obliterate everything. So it looks like it was pulled from that.
It looks like it's gonna be, I don't know, I could be wrong, and it could be really smooth the way they do the multiplayer in that, but it looks like it's gonna be really hectic, and
you have to work together, and who the fuck is good at that?
I think that would be fun, just because you'd probably fuck up a bunch with your friend, and it would be fun to laugh at it, but I imagine it would be pretty frustrating, especially if
the novelty will wear off quickly.
Yeah, especially if someone it's the person who owns the game and someone who has never played before, and they're probably gonna suck and screw you up and stuff, Well,
that's the thing with Star Fox Zero, is that it's not really you don't really play it. It's very gimmick heavy. I think when I say you don't play it, I don't mean it like that. I mean it's very motion controls. There we go.
Yeah.
So turning, aiming, I'm pretty sure is all done with the gamepad and whatnot, which I hope there's an option just to use the controller. Please, Nintendo. Just give me the controller option, because, You know, it worked for Splatoon, but no, please. Star Fox Guard. So a game that was announced 2 E3s ago, Project Guard, now has the Star Fox label slapped across it because it wouldn't have sold otherwise.
I agree.
Jokes aside, it's running off the Star Fox engine, so it still looks gorgeous, and it's a tower defense game.
Yeah.
So a little side thing for Star Fox, which looks interesting. When I get the game eventually, I will be playing it. I will definitely be trying it out.
Did they like get inspiration from Five Nights at Freddy's, like with the whole like going through like security cameras and stuff?
Oh my god!
I don't know.
Well, the cameras in Five Nights at Freddy's didn't shoot fucking lasers.
Yeah, I suppose you're right, but yeah.
That's about all I got to say on Star Fox Guard, though. Do you have anything?
I will not buy unless I get the version where it comes with the other Star Fox. I will not be buying it. That's what I have to say about it.
So unless you get it, with the game, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Which I think is what they're going for.
Yeah.
Because this reminds me of Metal Gear Solid 2 and what they've done for Final Fantasy 15, the demos.
Yeah.
Like, you could play this one game, which didn't really matter because people bought it for the Metal Gear Solid 2 demo.
Zone of the Enders 1 had a Metal Gear Solid 2 demo, and that's all that people cared about. They even released Zone of the Enders 2 later, and that had a Metal Gear Rising demo on it.
Oh my god. And then Final Fantasy Typo came out for the... Type 0, sorry, came out
Typo.
came out for the PS4, but it came with the Final Fantasy 15 demo, which is why everyone bought it.
Is Final Fantasy Typo Final Fantasy spelt wrong? Is it like Final Fantasy with an E instead of a Y?
No, you see, it's just they forgot to put numbers.
Oh, yeah.
Next up came Splatoon Update. Wait, do you have anything left to say about the Star Fox thing as a whole?
No, I don't.
Because Shigeru Miyamoto coming out to talk about it was kind of cool.
I'm just happy they're doing another console Star Fox game because we did not get one for the Wii, and they released like one for the 3DS, not the 3DS, the DS.
Command.
Yeah, and like I spent all my birthday money on that, and like I was very disappointed. It was just so, I don't know, like I'm not like particularly bad at video games, but like I just had a lot of trouble with Star Fox Command. Even now, like I tried to go back to it, and I was just like, how the fuck do you do this? Like I don't know, it was just simpler with like Star Fox 64, and even Star Fox Assault. Star Fox Assault is probably my favorite.
Yeah, I like Star Fox Assault, but Command is the Zelda ripoff. Yeah, Assault is the only Star Fox game I've played, and at some point I've got to just buckle down and play the Star Fox 64 on the 3DS.
Oh yeah, well, like, have you ever played I assume you haven't played the original Star Fox.
No, because I refuse to go back that far.
Yeah, that's one I want to play. I remember like.
Well, you can play Star Fox, the original Star Fox on this game when you tap Amiibo to it.
Yeah, but will it have the exact same physics? It's just the
No, it'll have better physics and it will look the same.
But I want the shitty physics.
Which was... It needs to be as authentic as possible.
Exactly.
Yeah, tapping Amiibo to Star Fox Zero, the Fox Amiibo. I don't know if Falco is... You can tap Falco, maybe get the same thing or something new. But you tap Fox, and you get original shitty vector-looking R-Wings and bombs. Yep. Which is so amazing. I want to know what the chicken walkers look like in that. Because those are brand new for Star...
Yeah, so Zeros. Who knows if they would even have... Well, I could always see it. Yeah, Nintendo often takes stuff that was never from, like, the old era, and they'll make it retro. Like in
Mario Maker.
Yeah, Mario Maker, for instance. Also in, like, Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door, like, there's a part where, like, you go through, like, a pipe or something, and then you come out all 8-bit, and even your buddies who, like, were, like, introduced in that game looked like they were from, like, the original Super Mario Brothers. Nintendo just... I'm glad Nintendo finally picked up on that people love the retro-looking shit. Because, like, they really didn't know that, like, even, like 15 years ago. Like, I think it's only been, like...
Well, at the same time, they go too far. They take... Well, no, Nintendo hasn't taken much in terms of retro look, but they try too much with the retro feel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyways, we're getting like way off topic here. Splatoon updates.
Splatoon.
I don't play Splatoon anymore, but the updates look like they're going to be really fun for all of you who do still play the Splatoon. I don't, so that's all I have to say about it.
I've never played Splatoon, but it was like one of the first games me and Patrick talked about, and he was like, "Downloaded it. It's for like the demo's for free," and then I was like,
Right.
"Nah."
The demo, the test fire. You should have at least done that.
Yeah. Well, I could always try it here, so.
Yeah, that's true. Eventually.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll play Splatoon one day, but yeah.
Next up, we got Mario and Sonic at the Rio 2016 Olympic Games, and I'm sure Nick has a lot to talk about.
I don't know. It's like the first like great Mario and Sonic collab we got was like obviously Brawl, and like that was, you know, regardless of whether you like Sonic's character in that game
or
like,
just Brawl in general.
It was cool because like Nintendo didn't do that like that third party Smash Brothers character stuff, but I remember like the very first Mario and Sonic collab, like the very first was them at the Beijing Olympic Games or something, and I was just like, what the fuck? Like, I don't care about them at the Olympics. Like, this is supposed to be like it's a like
two platform genres coming in to do sports.
Yeah, I mean, like, to be fair, like, I have not played any Mario and Sonic Olympic games, but that's just from like sheer like just
what the fuck? Why does this exist?
Just like sheer apathy towards the series. Like, they could have done something so much better, and like I know, like, ask me for an idea and I'll be like, I don't know, but like, I don't know. You could do like an adventure game, like try and what would be difficult to combine the mechanics of Mario and Sonic, even though they are similar in some ways.
Well, the thing with Mario and Sonic crossover is that the Sonic's levels are a lot more wide they're longer because they're faster.
Yeah.
The Sonic moves faster. But if you want an idea of a good Mario or Nintendo Sega crossover, Sonic Lost World has 2 DLC levels, which one of them is based off of Yoshi's Woolly World, and one is based off The Legend of Zelda.
Yeah, I think I remember that now, actually.
They're really good levels in DLC maps, just in general. They were free with the game. I'll probably show it to you a little later on if you want, but that's what we'd like to see out of a collaboration between Nintendo and Sega. That being said, I have played some Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. I remember having the DS one and liking the DS one enough, and then I got the Wii version for the 2012 Olympic Winter Games because Vancouver and we're Canadian. I just couldn't pass that up, you know. And to be honest, and to be quite fair, while the premise is crazy, they are solid party games.
All right.
They're pretty fun to play. You know, the presentation is good, roster of characters is good, amount of games you can play is good, and especially when you get the dream games, which takes the idea of the games but gives them like the Mario and Sonic feel to them.
Yeah.
And they can get really crazy, like instead, like snowboarding isn't snowboarding anymore. You're snowboarding down Radical Highway from Sonic Adventure 2.
Oh, yeah.
And you could do it to Radical Highway's theme or like Live and Learn. It's just, and there's a lot of like background information in the game. So the game is solid, and I'm looking forward to Rio 2016. On top of that, but the thing with the trailer is that I'm wondering why Sonic is playing soccer and he's not running around everyone. And seeing Eggman run is incredible.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Get back in your back!
That's another thing that bothers me about Mario and Sonic. And I know it's such like a nerdy, nitpicky thing, but it's like Sonic is supposed to be fast, and then you see Mario and Sonic running.
You see Diddy Kong outrun Sonic.
Yeah, so it's like
as a Sonic fan, I know, like, I'm with Nick here, it's nitpicking, but that distracts the hell out of me no matter where I'm looking.
Yeah, it's definitely fucked up, to say the least.
either way, presentation looks good. I'll probably look into the game, and who knows? I might get it. I'll probably get it because a few more games for the Wii U before I bury it.
Oh yeah. And another reason you must get Mario and Sonic at the Rio 2016 Olympic Games is rhythmic gymnastics, a first for the Mario and Sonic Olympic Games series.
It's what Nintendo fans have wanted for years.
Yeah, they're just giving the people what they want. Like
they're reading our minds. Get out of us.
Yeah.
Oh, one last thing. The roster for 2016 looks good. Because I saw Zavik fighting Bowser in boxing, and I didn't care much about Sonic Lost World. I can't finish it for the life of me.
Yeah.
But I saw that and I kind of squealed a little bit because, that's really cool.
He really did squeal a little bit, and that was the second time he was watching.
It looks so funny seeing the fight.
Yeah. But aside from the rhythmic gymnastics and the added characters, is anything else really too different about Rio compared to the other ones? Maybe the Wii one?
Well, I don't know what the games are. I don't know how much they'll be pulling back from previous titles.
Yeah.
I just want to know if, A, there's going to be more games, which there will most likely be, and if they're bringing back the idea of the dream events. Because the dream events were really fun, and that's what I want.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's about all I got. So.
Yeah, me too. I'm probably not gonna buy that game.
Mario Maker updates. Now Nick has played a lot more Mario Maker than I have, so he has a little more to say about this.
I think the addition of keys and doors with keys is gonna help just the progression of levels a lot, because before that you had to think of really creative ways for people to actually have to beat a boss and then stop them from moving on. There's pretty much no way to do that. I make Mario Maker level after Mario Maker level. I put Bowser Jr. or Bowser at the end of it, and you can just hop over him, or you can just go past him. You don't need to stay. But now with the ability to I think the ability to put a key in a boss and have locked doors is gonna help a lot with the flow of stuff. Especially it would be the suggestion of making levels just where a bunch of keys are spread out through the whole thing.
No, those were the coins.
Oh yeah, the coins, which turn into a key. You're right. And then so when it does that, I think that would be a good exploration type theme, even though you only have 500 seconds in a Mario level.
Can you change the amount of time for a Mario Maker level?
Yeah, you can, but you can't go over 500 seconds.
Okay, so at the very least, now you can make really interesting labyrinths, but not just for the sake of getting lost. You could have it where you start at the locked door and you have to go through the labyrinth to find the coins.
Yeah, exactly.
Which honestly, I really did think that was really cool, the keys. But I got Super Mario Sunshine flashbacks when I saw those red coins. I'm not gonna lie. And Yoshi's Island.
Oh yeah. I hated
those 20 coins. Oh.
Yeah.
Just don't go crazy with the. Don't be dicks about it. Speaking of dicks, in Mario Maker, we're getting super extra hard mode for 100 Mario.
Oh yeah, super expert mode. As if expert wasn't hard enough. I'm on the halfway through the levels, and I have 50 lives left in expert mode. I've never beat it once. Obviously easy and normal or walk in the park, but expert. Some levels are
Some people just make really bad levels, I hear.
Yeah, for sure, and then they're just oh, they're not bad, they're hard. That's all. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not saying I'm good at making levels, because I'm sure one day we'll post some of my levels, and it'll be me laughing at Patrick and John. But
Nintendo has to curate these levels.
Yeah,
it can't be random.
Yeah, they literally if your level doesn't get enough completions or enough attention, Nintendo will take it down. They'll take.
That's not bad. We need a definite ratio of how many people can beat it within how many lives. And if you go above, say, 25 lives, then that's just too hard.
Yeah, I can understand
or
that.
25, 30 lives,
But some levels are still so hard, yet still so popular that they do survive on
Well,
the
because
servers.
Kaizo Mario is a thing.
Yeah, and plus, like a lot of like the most popular Mario creators are just YouTubers.
Yeah, we got the Grumps. Have they done much about Mario
Oh yeah, they
Maker?
do a lot.
And I know Gerard the completionist does a lot with Mario Maker too. So he does like a week. I think it's a weekly thing where he just plays content creators, and like the Jay Witz also does it. I think
Yeah.
he still does them. So the new costumes. When I saw the Tetra costume for
Oh,
8-bit,
yeah, yeah.
I saw 8-bit Tetra and I just couldn't stop smiling ear to ear because Tetra looks so cute in 8-bit. Oh my god. How many costumes are they going to be adding for 8-bit Mario? That's what I want to know, because I haven't actually touched Mario Maker since I got it. Like I've played it a bit, but I haven't done much with it.
Yeah,
I've been
like
doing
Mario
others.
Maker literally came out like when school started, so it's just like we didn't have a chance. We didn't even have a chance, and like Metal Gear Solid.
Well, you've played it more than I have.
Yeah, but I dropped out. But yeah, but I devoted like the rest of my time to Metal Gear Solid because that also came out when school started, and I was very
Fucking
happy
Konami.
about that. That was sarcasm, in case you didn't know. One other thing I'm happy about Super Mario Maker is because Super Mario World is my favorite Mario game, like, period. They added a new feature where if you shake the thwomps, they turn into these giant, spiky poles that go forward really fast and retract really slow.
Are those time based, or are they when you? I think those are time based.
They're strict. They're time based unless they change them. Then like
More customization.
yeah, which they did with a lot of stuff. But yeah, I just love those. Like maybe because I'm sadistic. I don't know. Like it'll make
Because we're Mario World fanboys.
yeah yeah Mario World can't get much better than Mario World. Oh wait, maybe if Mario was a baby and we put him on Yoshi, and every time he gets hit, then he's like, wah, wah. And you're just like, oh my god.
Shut up, kid. Bowser Jr., come here, take him, please.
Yeah, but I'm looking forward to that update. I will screw many of people over.
Maybe I'll finally touch Super Mario Maker and get into some of these levels.
I'm gonna make Patrick play all my levels.
Oh, good God. Someone save me.
Oh.
Alright, next up, Tokyo Mirage Session number 5.
Is that the boob one?
Yes, that was the boob one by Atlas.
That's the
I
one.
love how they say deep RPG gameplay as they're like zooming in on this pop star's tits. It's just like, yes, you guys understand who your audience
Deep
is.
RPG gameplay. It's like, I don't know why I like this, and it's like, it's because it's so deep. That's why you like it.
Look, if the motion control does not allow me to shake their tits, I am out.
Yeah, if it's not like Metal Gear Solid 4, where if you wiggle the
my God.
controller, the tits wiggle with them.
Oh
Then
God.
what's the point of playing it?
Other than that, this just looks way too J-pop for me.
It's called Tokyo Mirage Sessions, and they were like, this game takes place in Japan, and I was like, really? Does it? Are you sure?
I'm just not too big into JRPGs. I've only got like one exception, and that's Chrono Trigger.
Yeah. I love Final Fantasy and Pokemon and all that stuff.
Well, yeah, I guess, yeah, Pokemon. No, I wouldn't consider Pokemon a JRPG. Pokemon's just.
Oh,
an RPG.
JRPG. Yeah,
Yeah.
No.
Okay, then.
Even though technically...
Well, Final Fantasy is a JRPG.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, it looks nice. It does sound good. I did like some of the tracks.
Yeah.
No, it did sound good, and it does look good. It's just gameplay wise, there's like nothing. There's just not much there for me.
Yeah, I didn't really see anything I gave a fudge about.
Lost Reavers. Yeah, it's lost in our minds.
Haha, Paper Mario.
Just a bit of time in Lost Reavers. It's coming out free to play or like a beta first. I think they mentioned.
I don't even remember which one Lost Reavers was.
It was like. You're right. Let's not talk too much about Lost Reavers. It was some sort of like a cooperative, like adventure style game, kind of like Monster Hunter, but not Monster Hunters. It was the Namco game. There we go.
Oh, Bandai Namco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember it? No.
Still no.
Okay, well, I'll just say the game looks like it's the game looks like it's in beta, and I might check out the beta when it comes out. But it does look like it needs some improvements. But again, there just doesn't look much in terms of gameplay there for me.
And I don't remember it.
Moving on.
Paper
Mario Color Splash. Did you know that there's already a petition to get this canceled?
Why?
Why? Because it's okay. First of all, Paper Mario Color Splash looks gorgeous, sounds great.
Yeah, I think I would buy it just because it looks good, to be honest.
And you know what? I really like the idea of the paint.
Yeah.
Because that looks like you can do a lot in terms of puzzles. So like puzzles and just vibrant color, and you're helping to rebuild the world, and I like that idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the thing is that in terms of gameplay, which is what everyone's been like, I think, which is where everyone's been having a sore spot with, is that it looks a lot like Sticker Star.
Yeah, I've never played Sticker Star. That was like when I stopped keeping up with Paper Mario, to be honest.
Basically, Paper Mario Color Splash to Paper Mario fans is what Federation Force is to you and I.
Oh no! So
Yeah.
it's like the Antichrist.
Yeah, it's, to me the game looks good, and the battle system is what looks to be like really a hard spot for some people. None of us are Paper Mario fans here, ladies and gentlemen, so
I am.
I can't speak to you. You are?
I've beaten Paper Mario and Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, but I like it. I like it because they're like classic style RPGs, unlike Super Paper Mario, which I still like. I haven't beaten it though. I got to like the last.
All right. Well, Sticker Star is actually pretty bad. It's actually a bad game.
Is it more like the originals or Super Paper Mario?
It's its own thing. They have this like sticker system in it that like widely affects the battles, and like some battles can take up to like half an hour if you don't have the right sticker that you didn't grind for.
Oh my god.
I think that's one of the big things with it. But yeah, they're still bringing back the idea of cards. But one of the attacks that they showed off was the giant fan over the planet, which I thought was pretty cool. But other than that, I can't say much else about Paper Mario Color Splash because, again, I'm not much into Paper Mario.
Yeah. Like, honestly, like, the art style looks beautiful, and that would be my main motivation for buying it.
I would definitely wait for reviews, though.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't think I'll be doing that for the next game, though.
Pokken.
Tournament, yep. Because of that fucking Shadow Mewtwo card, oh my god. It looks so gorgeous.
He needs it. He needs it with the pre-order.
No, it's not pre-order, it's just if you buy it early enough.
That sounds suspiciously like a pre-order to me.
Yeah, get it before reviews come out so that we have your money ahead of time.
Yeah.
My only problem with Pokken Tournament is that the roster is really shallow.
Yeah, it's like Gengar, Pikachu, and more.
It's like I think it's like between 14 and 16 characters, I think. And this is the same company that put out Smash Brothers, which has like 54 characters. Granted, there are quite a few clones in there, but 54 different and mostly unique characters. Mostly.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can argue Dark Pit, Lucina, Captain Falcon, Ganondorf, and whatnot, but for the most part, they are unique, and at the very least, they make somewhat sense. You know, Dark Pit is a clone of Pit, Lucina is a clone of Marth, Ganondorf and Captain Falcon, you've got me there.
Yeah.
But other than that, again, the game, everything coming out on the Wii U from Nintendo themselves looks fucking gorgeous. Nintendo really does know how to make damn good looking games.
Yeah. with such limited graphical capabilities compared to their contemporaries too.
Yeah.
They,
Gameplay wise, the thing with me is that I'm terrible at fighting games that isn't called Smash Brothers.
yeah, I mean, like I'm alright at Street Fighter. Like when I actually like,
This is a 3D fighter.
yeah, well, yeah, but you know, shut up, it's still a fighter. Uh, but yeah, but like I'm okay like games at Street Fighter, but then like when I actually try and play online, then I get my ass kicked like hard.
I would definitely need a demo.
Yeah.
A demo just to try out like one or two characters, and if I can not suck at the game versus an AI I can customize myself, like what they did with Smash Brothers for 3DS. They had released a demo where you can play as Mario, Link, Kirby, and Pikachu.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, and you can just play on Final Destination. If they could do what they did for Smash 3DS for Pokken Tournament, chances are I'll buy it. Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD. They spent quite a bit of time talking about it.
So the first thing
At the very least, it felt like they talked a lot about it.
yeah, the first thing I like ever heard about this game was like it had frame rate issues compared to like the originals. But,
You mean the HD version or the original?
The HD version
Oh.
has frame rate issues that the originals did not have. And not only that, it's not like it runs at 60 FPS either. It runs at 30, the same as the originals, and it. And
Wait. Twilight Princess HD on the Wii U runs at 30 frames per second?
That's what I've seen.
Okay, well, that's, to be fair, YouTube compresses everything to 30 FPS minimum.
But like, it wasn't like that I actually saw it was 30 FPS. It was like a comparison video between like the three versions, and then they were all like, all of these run at 30 FPS, or I don't know. Nintendo's like even though Nintendo's releasing these like Zelda HD updates and stuff, like still Nintendo's like last concern has been about like high end quality graphics.
Well, a lot of Nintendo games for the Wii U, like most of them so far, have all come out at gorgeous 60 frames per second.
Yeah, which is weird.
Which makes this stand out, definitely. I didn't see too much in terms of gameplay. They were only talking a bit about the behind-the-scenes stuff. So, which is good, because the game did come out for today.
Yeah.
Or yesterday. Yesterday, sorry. So afterwards we had My Nintendo, which is basically the return of Club Nintendo.
Yeah.
I don't know how it works.
Is that the one with the apps and stuff? Yeah.
I wasn't too sure how it worked, or like you could like play games to get platinum coins, but I don't know what you use the platinum coins for and whatnot. So it's just
it wasn't.
I didn't get enough information, but I can't find it for the life of me on my phone. Did they mention it's out? They said you could.
Yeah, I looked on it, like, I just looked for, like, random apps, and no, nothing was there. So, I think it said you had to, like, sign up for something first, so I don't know.
I'll probably just look it up online a little later.
Nintendo's never been the best with, like...
Information.
Well, yeah, that and online stuff.
Well, they've been getting better.
Yeah, for sure. But I remember hearing stories about, like, the Miiverse community on Wii U and how they made it, and... They kept saying, when they were, like, in the meetings for it, they were like, make it like Xbox One, or like PlayStation Network or something. Like, make it like that. And they were like, alright, we're gonna try really hard to make it like that. And so then, because, like, Nintendo didn't really give a fuck about that kind of stuff before. And so then, they were like, alright, make it like Xbox and PS4. And then, someone was like, hey, has anyone ever played those consoles before? And everyone was like, I signed a contract at this company that says I can't for the first 10 years of me working here. So no one did, and that's why Miiverse is pretty much nothing like, you know, PlayStation and Xbox and all that stuff. I thought that was funny.
Alright, next up is Mini Mario and Friends Amiibo Challenge.
Mini Mario and Friends. Is that like the Donkey Kong-esque one?
Yeah, that's the Mini Mario.
Oh yeah, Mini Mario. Yeah, I forgot already. They took him out of the title. He's now Friends. He's part of. He's just Friends. Like Mario isn't even the title. It's just Mini Mario.
Like, I guess for a puzzle game, it's pretty good. I have Mini Mario, Mini's March Again on the DSi, I think it was, but like I didn't care too much about it, so this didn't do much for me.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like I played Mario versus Donkey Kong. I beat it. It's nothing to brag about. Like, unless you think like Donkey Kong and Donkey Kong Jr. are something to brag about, which maybe for the time. But we're not gonna get into that. But yeah.
I just didn't care about the amiibos they were talking about. Like, you can't play the game without the amiibos, which, you know, granted, now there's a reason to have amiibos, but it's not a reason to go out and get amiibos.
Remember when Amiibos first came out, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna like be able to like customize my own character that I can never ever play as ever.
Well, yeah, the computer can play Samus better than I can.
Yeah. But I was like, when I first got the Amiibo and I started doing that, I was like, what's the point then? If you can't play as it, then it's like, oh, well, you can fight against it.
Well, it's like you can't bring it online, and that was the biggest thing for me.
Yeah.
If there's one thing I want to mention that I really like about Amiibo is the customization community, because they can get some really sexy Amiibos coming out, like Dark Samus, or American Mario, or Fierce Deity Link, which all look really cool.
Yeah, I made my Link.
Surfing Pikachu.
I made my Link Amiibo a Fierce Deity.
It's just
right off
so
the bat. I called him FD Link.
No, but I mean like the actual statues.
Yeah. Oh, like they'll actually like alter the statues?
Yeah.
Damn.
Not in Smash, like actual statues. They'll take like some of them they'll take the in Smash costumes, but they'll also change the entire statue.
I'm looking at Patrick's Amiibos right now. I see he's done a mod to his Link Amiibo. He is now falling over.
Yeah, he broke off the little yellow stand.
But at least the magnetic strip still works, right?
Yes.
Yay!
Alright, Animal Crossing Amiibo cards and Isabelle Amiibo. I really can't talk about this because I just do not fucking care at all.
Dude, did you ever even like play Animal Crossing on the
I
GameCube?
tried playing Animal Crossing New Leaf, but like it's way too slow for me.
Yeah, I don't really blame anyone if they don't like Animal Crossing. Like,
but I also understand why people like Animal Crossing. It's just not for me.
See, now it's like this weird board game type thing, and to be fair, I haven't tried it, but it's just like it's so far
the Amiibo
from...
Card Festival, which is basically Mario Party without the actual party.
Yeah, so it's just Mario.
Well, it's the board game without the games, from what I've seen.
Yeah. So, you know, that does not look too interesting at all to me. And like,
the Amiibos look cute, I suppose. That's about all I can say.
I mean, I think it would take a lot for an Animal Crossing game to get me jazzed up, and especially like it would have to be like they'd have to be like, you can have a dog and you can kill it and eat it and sell the meat.
I need goals. That's my biggest thing. I don't really have much in terms of goals when I play an Animal Crossing.
You're like, hey, can you return my Game Boy to this guy? And then they're like, yeah, okay. And then they're like, here's $300.
How long have we been recording? And we're just like at the halfway point. We're not even at the halfway point.
Almost 38 minutes.
38 minutes.
Damn.
Okay, this will be going on for a bit because I was fucking excited when I saw this, and I mentioned this in my in the single that I screamed when I saw this come to screen, and that was 3DS Virtual Console SNES games.
Yeah. I think
I can't wait for Wave 3 of the SNES games because that's Link to the Past, Super Metroid, Donkey Kong Country 2.
Arguably the best. Well, okay, I was gonna say like arguably the best game for each of the series, but there's only one Zelda game on the Super Nintendo and only one Metroid game on the Super Nintendo, so they're definitely the best Metroid and Zelda games on the Super Nintendo. Like, that's undebatable.
Unless you want to count, like, freaking, put, like, the Game Boy player in, and then you can play, like, Link's Awakening and Metroid 2.
Yeah, the Super Game Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like Donkey Kong Country 1 better than Donkey Kong Country 2.
Donkey Kong Country is definitely something I would buy Donkey Kong Country to, not because I'm a big fan of it, it's because I want to become a fan of it. I haven't played them, and I hear nothing but good things about them, and I want to, and I want to try them. I want to play them.
Yeah, the original Donkey Kong Countries are very good games. They're almost like they're like I like to think Donkey Kong Country is like the real, like at least at that time was the real sequel to Super Mario World, because like Super Mario World 2, as I've said earlier in this video, just doesn't do it for me.
Super Mario World 2?
So, yeah, the full title of Yoshi's Island is
Yeah.
Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island.
It's just what they can do here is fantastic, because Bill Trinan mentioned that it could be your own SNES on the go.
Yeah. One thing that jazzed me up though, like I pretty much have like all the games he announced, so like I don't. Well, no, never mind. But like, what I liked was that they're being rendered how they were supposed to be rendered, which I think is cool and nostalgic and important a little bit.
The thing with me is just that these games are now portable, and that's what I've always wanted.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I've got myself a bunch of Super Nintendo games in there. They mentioned they're getting Mega Man X 1, 2, and 3 up there. They're getting Super Castlevania up there. We've already got Mario World, F-Zero, and Pilot Wing. I still don't know what the hell that is.
Pilot Wings, yeah, it's.
But it's just the
flight simulation game.
The potential for this is so fucking big, and I love it.
Yeah.
Like, I want to see Chrono Trigger up there. Hopefully, Final Fantasy VI get some original SquareSoft games back, because the DS has a really good port of Chrono Trigger with some extra content.
Yeah.
But people who own the 3DS and don't have PlayStation 3, or can't go back to the DS games because it's not being sold in stores anymore, would have an easy access to games like Chrono Trigger and Final Fantasy VI. Which I'm not the biggest fan of Final Fantasy VI, because that's a little too basic for me in terms of gameplay. But Chrono Trigger is like one of my favorite games of all time.
Do you like the Final Fantasies after 6, or?
I tried. No, I just don't like Final
Okay.
Fantasy as a whole.
I still haven't played 6, but it's one I do want to try.
I do have 6 on the Super Nintendo.
I've beaten 3 and 4, and I'm like on the last boss on 1, but you have to grind like fucking crazy, like depending on your party. And, like mine wasn't the best, so I just have to like keep going into the last place and like fighting the strongest guys, then going out, healing, going back in. It's really tedious.
I can't think of any more Super Nintendo games that I'd be really down for getting it, because they've got so much of the good ones. I guess like Secret of Mana.
Shaq Fu.
Get the fuck out of here.
Imagine if they did.
That'd be the cruelest joke ever.
1
I
second.
can't think of anything off the top of my head, but I'm sure if I went in and looked at my games, I could think of things like Mario Kart. They mentioned Mario Kart, the original Mario Kart, which it's a pretty good Mario Kart.
It's really awkward to control. Like I figure, like the control in the Mario Kart games has like gotten a lot better.
Yeah, 8 is fantastic.
Yeah.
Hang on. I just want to look at my SNES games, because playing my SNES these days is difficult.
Ooh.
So like,
Patrick just unveiled the motherload, in case you're wondering.
they got Street Fighter 2 already, don't they? They got some port.
Yeah. That's a dime a dozen.
Ow.
I'll
Mortal Kombat, which I don't think is going to be getting on the
Yeah.
3DS. Super Mario World, the All Stars port maybe.
Oh, yeah, I'd love to play All Stars, honestly.
All Stars on the 3DS would be amazing.
Yeah.
Nintendo, you have that one for free.
Huh.
What else is there? Yeah, the Super NES Super Scope.
Oh, the Super Scope
Street
game.
Fighter 2, which I think is already there. Okay, what's this last one?
I have Street Fighter 2 and Street Fighter 2 Turbo and Super
Mario
Street Fighter
RPG.
2. And Mario RPG would be good as well.
Because I haven't played Mario RPG myself, so seeing that on the 3DS would give me a chance to play it.
I have that on the Wii because it's like the prequel to Paper Mario pretty much. Originally Paper Mario was called Super Mario RPG 2 in Japan.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
That's the actual. Wow.
But they changed it to Mario Story. That's what Paper Mario is called in Japan.
Okay. Next up, we have what happens when Game Freak lets their children come and make their games.
Yep. Well,
Solitaire Cross Horse. This is so weird.
but like it's like the logical extension of gaming, you know? It's just like the next step.
I'm not getting this game. I'm not getting this game. It's as simple
No.
as that. I'm not touching this game because I just do not fucking care.
Guys, hear me out. Hear me out. So, like, have you ever been, like, at the horse racetrack? Have you ever been at the racetrack and you just had nothing to do and you wanted to help your horse out because you bet all your university money, all of it, you bet all of it on horse number 32. And then you take out that deck of cards that you keep in your breast pocket and you start a rousing game of solitaire.
Are you talking from personal experience?
Yeah, like
Every Thursday, I go with my breast pocket solitaire.
some people reach for the Bible, some people reach for their flask. I reach for the deck of cards to play solitaire.
I was gonna make a Yu-Gi-Oh reference.
Oh.
I will banish the rest of the horses to the Shadow Realm. That's all. That's everything on Pocket Card Jockey, though. Azure Striker Gunvolt 2. Nick hasn't played Azure Striker Gunvolt 1, so this is gonna be up to me.
Yeah. What that?
I think I mentioned this during my where it was just me talking, but I didn't care much for the first Azure Striker Gunvolt. I really didn't. I just found the game really difficult for some arbitrary reasons, and which really disappointed me because they tried selling this as I think an X game, or at the very least it looks like it should have been a Mega Man X game. But one of the biggest thing about for me when it comes to a Mega Man game is the sense of progression and getting stronger.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen with Azure Striker Gunvolts. You start off with a pistol and your lightning abilities. Now, granted, you can change the pistol, but your method for killing is always the lightning ability. Your pistol does 1 point of damage on enemies who have 50 health, just base robots. So you have to tag these enemies and then shoot the lightning at them to kill them. You do that with the enemies, you do that with the mini bosses, you do that with the main bosses. You got special abilities which take up skill points, which look really cool, like an Excalibur sword, which you summon a fucking giant sword out of thin air to deal massive damage. And when it comes to bosses, you can skip an entire phase just by using it.
Cool.
But it's you kill the bosses and you get different pistol, which doesn't get stronger, just changes how the bullets are fired. So there's nothing. So yeah, the Striker Gunvolt didn't do much for me. The second game might change that though, because now they're bringing in Mega Man mode. They're bringing in the guy that can ram into people to lock onto them and steal bosses' abilities for his own. Which means I will be getting this game and I will be checking it out because I didn't care much about plot when it came to Azure Striker Gunvolt. I liked the connection between Jewel and Gunvolt himself. For me, those two were super cute together, and it's the one through OTP and whatnot. But it's very pop or J-pop.
Yeah.
Because that's what the girl character is. She's got I'm not gonna go into discussing. That's something you're gonna have to play for yourself.
Sweet.
But yeah, that's Azure Striker Gunvolt 2. I'll definitely be looking into, but it's definitely not an important thing for me.
Me neither.
Speaking of things that aren't important to me, Fire Emblem Revelations and the Fire Emblem Fates DLC.
Hey, gotta love that Fire Emblem.
I don't.
Did he just say that?
Yeah, I just fucking said that. Oh, God.
One thing I liked about this one was gave you, I don't know if this is new for the Fire Emblem series, but like it gave you an option to not choose any sides.
Yes, that is brand new for this game, and that's what the DLC is.
Oh,
Revelations.
oh yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But other than that, I just didn't care about Fire Emblem, so this was nothing for me. This was a waste of time.
Yeah, like I only have ever played like the first Fire Emblem game that came out in North America.
Come on, I was trying to do a really nice segue to the next greatest, biggest waste of time ever. The next game.
All right, let's go.
No, you finish up. I was just joking.
Yeah, but that Fire Emblem though, that Fire Emblem, you know what I mean? When you get like, whoa, that Fire Emblem, that's fire.
We need more Fire Emblems so that we can keep filling Smash up with more Fire Emblem characters.
But I only played the GBA one, so like I'm keeping up with like, you know, Fire Emblem Awakening and shit. So yeah, so I don't really know what's going on. And the one thing I really like about the new Fire Emblem is that you don't have to choose sides. But what's always been great about Fire Emblem is that your characters can die permanently.
Yeah, the permadeath stuff, which means you have to save scum.
Yeah, luckily I played Fire Emblem on the GBA on the Wii U, so I used save states to get through. And I'd never played a Fire Emblem before, like Sumi, so like I just got through like everything doing that. And it'd be like, oh, one of my people died, and I'll be like, look, I'm going back to the beginning of my turn. Yeah, it was God mode, pretty much.
All right, next up we got Hyrule Warriors Legends. I'm really looking forward to this because I love Hyrule Warriors on the Wii U, and this is basically $45 for a Hyrule Warriors expansion.
Yeah.
Plus, if you want to do the Seasons Pass thing, they'll be adding even more characters and maps. The only thing that it comes with, the only issue I have with Hyrule Warriors Legends is I don't want them to reuse anything. If they reuse maps from the Wii U version, that's gonna feel like a big waste of money because it's like I got a better looking version, like 2 feet away from me.
Oh, yeah.
Look, I'm touching it.
He's touching it.
There.
I mean, I bought Hyrule Warriors when it came out, and I just never played it.
Yeah, so basically me and Mario Maker.
Yeah. I mean, I will one day. One day. I'm not going to say when that day is. It might be today. It might be tomorrow. It might be next week. It might be next year. It might be 2 years from now. It might be 4.
Wow, you're getting really broad.
But the point is, eventually, I might play it.
I'm really liking the cast of characters for the new one. They've got Tetra. They've got the King, which in his boat form.
Yeah, he's fucking people up on land as a boat.
And so they got those two. They got Skull Kid coming back, and Medley and Linkle.
Linkle, oh my god.
This is his first time seeing Linkle, ladies and gentlemen. Be nice to him.
I was blown away by Linkle, and like not. Well, I don't know. It's like, do we really need that? Like, not that I have a problem with it. I have a problem with it. But I don't know. And like, maybe if they came up with a better name, because Linkle, it's like, I don't know. It's like, oh, if I have a kid, I'm gonna name him Bill. But if it's a girl, I'm gonna name him Bill.
Billy.
Bill.
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 I'm gonna name him
No, not
Bill.
Bill. Just
Bell.
like Linkle.
Other than that, the game looks great. It's coming out in March, I think they said. March or late spring.
I think they said April 22nd?
No, that was for Star Fox.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Fuck that.
Either way, I'll definitely be getting this game soon. There's one thing that did really tick me off is that they are having a 16-page softcover art book for U.S. only. So you fuckers in the United States get a decent looking book, and we Canadians get fucking nothing. You guys are assholes. Taking all the good stuff.
Except free healthcare.
you take your book, we'll keep our free healthcare. Yeah.
We still have to pay for medication.
Yes.
It's not perfect.
Next up was Copyright the Game.
Copyright the game, aka Disney Art Academy, aka Disney Paint.
Disney Paint is basically what it should just be. And it's gonna suck because you're gonna make a drawing of Mickey Mouse, then you're gonna post it to the internet to show how good your drawing looks, and then you're gonna get sued by Disney for using Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
It's just goddamn.
I don't know. Go online. Like, go to Paint. Like, learn how to use Photoshop. Like, if you can't afford Photoshop, get it illegally. No, I'm joking. I'm not joking. But I don't know. Get an art program. Like, you don't need this bullcrap. Like, if you're...
Well,
if
it's like it comes with tutorials and whatnot.
If you're over 3 years old, you should be ashamed of yourself for even thinking of buying Disney Art Academy. Ashamed.
Don't support Disney. They don't need the support. They got more money than they need.
Yeah. Disney Art Academy. Moving on.
Bravely Second End Layer. Moving on. Okay, just real quick. I'm not the biggest RPG guy, so Bravely Default didn't interest me, and the sequel doesn't look like it's going to be changing too enough. Except Catmancers. Catmancers. That is so weird, but amazing in every way, shape, and form. I love the idea of training my cats to do attacks that the enemy units have done.
Just as like a...
Copycat.
Just as a fan of like the early Final Fantasies, by which I mean Final Fantasies 1 through 6, and especially the 3D remakes they did in Final Fantasy 3 and 4, never having played Bravely Default before, it just looks very appealing to me.
You definitely is just like, is this Final Fantasy or
yeah. Literally when it came on, I was like, Patrick, like, is this Final Fantasy? Like, what is this?
It's Bravely Second, but it's made by Square Enix, so that's why it looks like Final Fantasy. Same guys.
And another thing by Square Enix.
Is Dragon Quest VII Square?
Actually, I have no idea.
I thought that was like Namkai Bandai or
You're probably right. I don't know what I'm talking about. There was like what was that RPG that NX did? That was in... I thought it was Dragon Quest.
It could be. I don't know because I don't care about Dragon Quest.
Yeah. You know, Final Fantasy is like the big popular RPG in like the Western world, minus like Pokemon, which is probably the most popular. But in Japan, I've heard that it's Dragon Quest. Dragon Quest eclipses Final Fantasy in terms of popularity, which was very surprising to hear.
Alright, well, Dragon Quest Fragments of the Forgotten Past looks cute, I guess, but there's nothing there for me.
There's nothing there but darkness and sorrow.
It's just forgotten. I just don't care.
Yeah, Square Enix. Hey, yeah, it just used to be Enix or whatever.
Yeah, it was Squaresoft, Enix back when it was like Super Nintendo, and then those two companies merged to make Square Enix.
Good stuff.
Monster Hunter's Generations. Nick, you've never played a Monster Hunter game, right?
But I've played Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker, which has Monster Hunter missions in it. It's pretty similar.
That doesn't count.
It counts. It counts.
Oh, no.
All
right. The last we've got a few more games, just 3 more games after this.
Yeah.
So Monster Hunter Generations. I've played Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate on the 3DS, and I have Monster Hunter 4. No, wait, I have Monster Hunter 3 for the 3DS, Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate for the 3DS. And the thing with Monster Hunter is that while there is technically an overarching goal of getting stronger to fight the big monsters that are threatening the surrounding area, it's just so open-ended and there's so much you can do. It's very like it's like Skyrim level of like a customization with a little more.
Yeah.
It does, for me, the game does get overwhelming in terms of everything you can do. I need some level of linearity to, like, focus myself, you know?
Whoa, so what you're saying is, this is an official endorsement from Patrick. Monster Hunter is too good. It's too good. There's too
Monster
much stuff
Hunter
to do.
is not for me, and
Oh.
the only reason why I bought Monster Hunter 4 was because you could change your gun character to have a Samus costume, the power suit.
Alright.
So I had literally customized my character to be Samus, blonde hair, blue eyes, tall, and everything. But other than that, if you have Monster Hunter or like Monster Hunter, then you're getting into this. I'm just not. We can skip the next game for the last one because that's probably where the most we'll be talking.
Yeah.
So next up is going to be Rhythm Heaven Megamix.
AKA non-ugly WarioWare game.
It looks interesting at the very least. It's just this game better not come out at full retail price.
I've never been too interested in music games, and that's weird coming from a guy who's a multi-instrumentalist and amateur composer.
Well, because you have the real thing.
Yeah, exactly.
For me, it's like the people who like don't need to play sports games because they're already on a sports team.
Yeah.
You know? So, but for someone like me who doesn't, at the very least, the game looks charming and fun to just mess around with, right? So, I'll definitely have to look into Rhythm Heaven games, see what they're about, and maybe get it later on if it's cheap.
Maybe.
But the second last thing we're going to talk about, but the last thing they talked about in the Direct, is the announcement of a new Kirby game, Kirby Planet Robobot, where Kirby's entire planet is invaded by robots. So basically, Kirby's entire planet has been roboticized.
I thought Dr. Robotnik was gonna be in it. Like, I honestly thought that.
It's the Sonic Mario crossover you were wanting.
I was like, Nintendo and Sega are such good friends now. Sega's like, please release our games. Please.
Please, we don't have a console war. The game is stealing the engine and art style right out of Triple Deluxe, and I fucking love Triple Deluxe. Triple Deluxe is a fantastic platform game just in general, so
Why is it called Triple Deluxe?
I don't know.
Is it because you can go in the foreground, in the middle ground, and the background?
That could be a possibility.
It is. It's confirmed.
They're bringing in new copy abilities, so like Doctor looked funny, where you could smack people with clipboards.
I don't know if I like Kirby, because, like, he's just so, like, unoriginal. Like, he's always copying everyone. Like, I was wearing this,
Get the
like...
fuck out of here.
I was wearing this, like, green hat, and then, like, Kirby, like, ate me, and then, like, he had the same hat. And I was dead.
But you're still here talking. Oh shit, where'd your legs go? I like the idea of the amiibos.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I mentioned it during my single, is that it reminded me a lot of Milky Way Wishes. But what I didn't mention is that now I'm seeing it again is the Smash Bros ability, where what I think it is taking Kirby's Smash set and bringing it to his title for once.
Yeah, they did that in The Amazing Mirror.
Which honestly looks like he's going to be kicking a lot of ass.
Yeah, whenever I got that in Amazing Mirror, I would just try and keep that as long as possible.
So those amiibos look good, and also some amiibos have specific abilities. Like you tap Mario, you get fire. You tap Link, you get a sword and whatnot. So that'll be really cool.
I wonder though, like, is there gonna be a certain limit on how much you could do it? Because, like, that would get kind of OP after a while.
Well, that's the thing. That's what made Milky Way Wishes so much fun, is that you had you couldn't copy foes. You couldn't eat them and take their abilities. What you had was deluxe, like, trophies, I suppose.
Yeah.
I forgot what they were called. Deluxe copy abilities, I think they were. And on the bottom screen, you would just select the power up that you would be, and you could just keep doing that over and over again.
Yeah.
So it gives me another reason to use my amiibo, so I'm happy about that.
It would definitely be fun, but will it make an already easy series too easy?
I would definitely look forward to how creative I can get with it.
Yeah. Either way, I'm happy about it.
The Kirby amiibos that they announced look really cute and awesome, and the Kirby amiibo itself comes with the exclusive UFO, which is making its return since freaking Nightmare in Dreamland.
Yeah.
I think it was Nightmare in Dreamland.
I don't know if it was anything after that, but it was definitely a Nightmare in Dreamland, because that was a remake of Kirby's Adventure, and that's the one that introduced UFO ability, I believe.
Alright, well, UFO is back, and it's a amiibo exclusive ability, which is kind of shitty, to be fair.
Yeah.
I like the amiibos for Kirby look really good. They look better than the Smash stuff, so I might get the Kirby. I might get them. I might get them because they just look that much better.
I'll pay $15 for the UFO ability.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Is there anything else about Kirby before we talk about the last thing? Yes, there is. The Kirby RPG.
Huh? Like the Kirby rocket propelled grenade?
Yes, Nick, the Kirby rocket propelled grenade. No, the game where you could team up with friends and you could level up your abilities.
Okay, I remember now.
Honestly, that did look pretty good.
Yeah. It reminded me of Smash Brothers.
I'm noticing a lot of Nintendo games are coming out and trying to use the Monster Hunter formula of like online co-op.
Yeah.
And like getting stronger with them.
Like in Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker.
What is with you in Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker?
I don't know. I think it relates to a lot of what we're saying today.
This last game.
So like
the game we skipped until now.
In Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker, it consists mostly of like white.
Please tell me more, Nick. Let's not talk about the obvious elephant in the room.
In Peace Walker, everyone's white.
This did not help us at all. This did not help me whatsoever.
But they're like also kind of pink because white people are also kind of pink, you know? So like I think that relates to Kirby because Kirby's pink. And that makes me think, is Kirby white? We're gonna
Can't avoid it, Nick.
Let us know in the comments whether you think Kirby is white or not.
Kirby is hashtag not all pink.
Hashtag not all men.
Oh, fucking hell. First of all,
yeah, that was appropriate to bring up.
No, I'm just thinking about the next thing. We know you had a few questions about this game we announced last E3, which then we did not talk about until a year later.
They were like,
and there has been 2 petitions now to take it down. Metroid Prime Federation Force.
With Mr. Tanabe.
With Mr. Tanabe.
Oh.
Now, the one thing that I didn't go too deep into this in my my single because, again, I didn't want it to go too far. But now here that we don't have a limit, I want to say that overall the game looks good. That being said, I despise how hard they are trying to push this as the next installment of the Metroid Prime franchise.
Yeah. I mean, like we were discussing it earlier, like, yeah, it does look like it looks like a fun game, but like maybe if they'd called it anything but Metroid, I think there wouldn't be this there obviously wouldn't be this kind of backlash.
Another big thing with this game is that it's been in development since 2009.
Really?
They wanted to put it on the DSi, but by then, like, Other M was 2010, right?
I think so.
And not too long before that, we had Metroid Prime 3. So around that time would have been perfect for the game because we've had a Metroid Prime game and we had another Metroid game coming out just the following year. It is 2016. We haven't had anything Metroid related in 6 years. And the only thing Metroid related since Other M, which if you guys don't know, is not exactly the best Metroid game out there.
Uh-huh.
You know, to put it lightly,
It's
this chibi Monster Hunter looking ripoff of a once extremely prestigious franchise of Nintendo, one of their flagship franchises, and it's just, oh, why?
This is just all the reason that Metroid should have a formula that Nintendo should stick to.
Metroid has a formula.
No, but what I'm saying is this formula. They should make Metroid Prime games for, like, the consoles. Great first-person 3D action, because, you know, when you took that away, then you had Other M, and we don't talk about that. And...
No, we can talk about Other M.
No, I don't want to. But... They should just, I don't know, like, I know, like, I'm a retro gamer, but, like, I don't, like, they're bringing, like, fucking, like, Federation Force, and all I want is, like, a 2D side-scrolling Metroid. Like, they should make a new one for, like, a handheld. Like,
I would like another big-budget Metroid, 3D Metroid game. So I would actually like to see it done in the Other M style of gameplay, but refined, definitely.
And just, like, throw out the Ninja Gaiden team. Like, throw them right out the window.
Throw them right into the bottomless pit they tried to...
They're like, hey, that was one good idea that you had. It's bye.
Because gameplay wasn't the bad thing about Other M. In fact, I think it was pretty good.
Yeah.
And, you know, in terms of story, if you did it after Fusion, Samus is a wanted criminal from the Galactic Federation after she blew up the BSL station.
But that wasn't her.
Yes, it was. She blew it up.
What's the BSL station again?
Metroid Fusion, where she blew up the biologic
Oh,
research station.
Okay. I thought you meant before Fusion, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
what did
after
she do?
Fusion.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Samus is a criminal of the Galactic Federation. She wasn't exactly on the best of ice, thanks to what Other M showed us. So it's like, you know, it could be her versus the Galactic Federation, or like trying to like clear her name, and then she's got to deal with space pirates and whatnot. It's just, there's stuff you could do with that. And instead, we're getting, admittedly, something I've also wanted. I wanted to see more about the Galactic Federation. And I got a lot of that in Metroid Prime 3, which, you know, was fantastic.
Yeah.
But not in the way they're trying to push it. Oh my god, this wasn't... I cannot buy at all that this was a Metroid game. This started as a Metroid game. Unless they took Metroid Prime Hunters as their basis and they ran with it, because it's just no. I show you, if you've seen the video, I unintentionally posted Metroid Prime as the video for you guys to be watching. Now there's no video for here. Maybe if I decide to edit it in later, probably not. Is that can you see the Metroid Prime franchise, Metroid Prime 1, devolving into what Federation Force has become? I can't.
Yeah.
And again, the thing that pisses me off about this is how hard they're trying to push this. Both Bill and Mr. Tanabe talked about was how this is the next stop in the Metroid Prime franchise, and this great series. It's just like, yeah, it is a great series. Don't touch it.
Yeah.
I don't trust Nintendo with Metroid anymore.
Yeah. Just sticking a name on something to sell more copies.
No. It's at one point you could say the almost every Metroid game was good. You know, because, you know, Metroid 1 and 2 aside, because those are pretty old, Super and onwards were all fantastic titles. You know.
Yeah, Super definitely has aged very well.
Yeah, Super, and then we had Prime 1, 2, 3, we had Fusion, Zero Mission. Prime Hunters is hit and miss for some people. I personally enjoyed it, and then we had Pinball.
I couldn't get behind the controls and Hunters.
It's hit and miss for people. I'm not going to argue that. And then we had Metroid Prime Pinball, which, you know, is a pinball game featuring Metroid, so I can't really say it's good
and
or
it's
bad.
It's canon.
No, it's not. Stop that.
It goes the Metroid timeline goes Metroid, then Metroid Prime Pinball.
Oh God.
Then
But
Metroid
Thardus
Prime.
But Thardus is in Metroid Prime Pinball and in Prime.
Yeah, Prime didn't happen. Prime Pinball happened. Prime just didn't happen.
Oh, you're like Nintendo all over again.
And yeah.
And they talked about it being like an RPG.
What would you rather? If they release Metroid Prime Federation Force, or if they release Metroid Prime Pinball 2?
Oh, that's a tough one.
And you had to buy one of them.
I guess Federation Force because I suck at pinball.
Well, Federation Force, comparatively, you don't look so bad now. But if you compare it to something like, say, Super Metroid, then you look terrible.
Yeah, it's again, it's the I think the biggest issue with Federation Force is just that if it was released when they wanted to release it, no one would be complaining as much as they are now. Because at that point we've had Prime Prime 3 wasn't so far behind us, and again we had other M coming, being hyped at that time. So it would have been perfect, something to tie us over, as like this little. This is the thing. This needed to be a side game, just a little side stuff, like Kirby Air Ride, Mario Kart Party, whatever. They're trying to push this as a main canon game.
Kirby Air Ride?
Yes, Kirby Air Ride. No, Federation Force.
Oh.
And the only saving grace is what I seriously doubt they'll do, considering the art, what it looks like, is that they really delve deep into the Galactic Federation. Because that's what I want to see. I want to see the Galactic Federation versus the Space Pirates. Show me the war between these two great, like, not species, but like these two great forces colliding in like conquest and war. I want to see that. But we got Chibi, like, they were so desperate to show this off that I guarantee you, they forcibly put Samus's model in there, who looks like a chibi Iron Man.
Yeah. Looks like a little, like, Mega Man or something.
Have you ever played Mega Man Powered Up for the PSP?
No, but that's directly what I was referring to.
Okay. Oh, God. Anything else you wanted to mention about Federation Force?
In Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker.
I'll probably be getting the game, though.
Yeah.
No, I'll definitely wait for... No, because the game will probably not be bad. It's just... Call it something else. That's it.
Just call it Prime Federation Force. Just call it Federation Force.
Federation Force wouldn't be bad. Just again, if this was a side game and not part of the main series, then fine. But what definitely needed to happen was that Federation Force needed to accompany a new Metroid game. If it accompanied a new Metroid game, nobody would be bitching. Nobody would be bitching if this was being accompanied by a brand new title. Because then you have the title to worry about. But in this little side game that could, Federation Force could come out before, something to tie people over until the next title. But that's not what's happening. So far, it's the side game that's holding us over until a potential new game in the franchise.
Yeah.
It's like, for the second time, Nintendo has turned off the rating system for the Federation Force video on YouTube.
Yeah.
They did that a second time. It's like, do you guys not realize you did not help? You only made the situation worse by telling us, no, you're all fucking wrong, and we're gonna shove this game down your throat.
Hey, we've already spent $2 million on research on how to make Chibi Samus look hot.
Well, $2 million wasted.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think that's about it. That's all I want to say about Federation Force. Just, it was so mistimed and so mismanaged, and they didn't talk a single thing about Blast Ball.
I think I might actually want Prime 2 Pinball more.
Oh, Well, I guess you could be like in the pinball and you could like fight the Ing.
Then the Prime 2 pinball would be canon instead of Prime 2.
Okay, Nick, he's got to stop talking. Go back to Peace Walker.
All right. Peace Walker is like.
All right, so E3.
Aw.
E3. What do you want to see from E3?
I want to see the new Zelda title that's coming to the NX or the Wii U, whatever it is.
For sure, the Zelda U is going to be like Twilight Princess. It's coming out both for sure.
Yeah, they fucked up again, didn't they?
Yes, they did.
At
the very least, it's been delayed. They've had more time to work on it, so I'm hoping end of this year for Zelda U.
Yeah,
which means it'll probably be coming out around the same time as the NX. So NX bundle with Zelda U.
Yeah,
that would be great. That'd be great.
That would be a very cool thing.
Not this E3, but something I'd like to see in the NX life cycle is the next Smash game.
Yeah.
Maybe halfway, or start with Smash, because either Smash has to come late in the cycle or really early in the cycle. So either you get Sakurai back on a Smash right now to make a Smash Bros. Game for the NX, so that your next console starts with another Smash game, because Smash needs to start a cycle. That's what made the GameCube so successful, or so quote unquote so successful.
Yeah, it was the GameCube, literally the least successful Nintendo console right next to the Wii U.
Helped. Melee helped.
It did. GameCube probably sold most of its consoles because of Melee. Let's be real.
Exactly. Another thing, there was this. I know I came off as like pretty down for most of this, but this direct did really impress me. Overall, I was pretty happy with what I saw. Not all the games were catered towards me, but it was at the very least an interesting direct.
I give this Nintendo Direct 4 raviolis.
Out of 20 because of Federation Force.
Yeah.
And freaking Paper Mario Color Splash, apparently, because I'm not a Paper Mario fan.
Actually, how many raviolis are in like a basic can of Chef Boyardee?
5.
Yeah. Sometimes
that way,
it does feel like that. It does feel that way, doesn't it?
All right. What I'd like to see from E3, just I want to see the NX. I want to see specs come out before. Just tell us tell us how it's going to run and what's the potential of the system. But at E3, show us like full cylinders what the system is capable of. And for the love of God, keep the gimmicks to a minimum.
Yeah. No, it'd be really interesting and like completely surprising, and like this is definitely not gonna happen. But if Nintendo released a console that actually had specs on par with like the new PlayStation or Xbox, that's never gonna happen. That's why it would be so fucking interesting. And you're like, what could Nintendo do with like that much power? Like. They do have like a lot of gimmicks, and like the Wii.
Well, all right, the Wii U is on par with PS3, Xbox 360. I hear.
Is it?
I think, if not just a little weaker, maybe.
I don't know, man. The graphical difference between PS4 and Wii U is pretty.
No, not PS4, PS3.
Oh, PS3 and Wii U.
Yeah, I think the Wii U is if not as strong, a little weaker than the PS3 and Xbox 360.
Oh, okay. Now I see what you're saying. Yeah, but that's the last gen,
Exactly. So if they did make a new one, then maybe it would be with PS4 Expo, if not weaker. But what they need to keep doing is make the console the cheapest. Not like the console itself can't be cheap, but the price tag needs to be lower than the PS4 Xbox One, because that's why I can go back to Nintendo games. Their games are always the cheapest out of the bunch. Yeah. That's why I can't buy AAA games anymore. I'm in college. And what's money?
And like, as much as I love Metal Gear Solid, it's my favorite series. Like, I do respect Nintendo's drive for gameplay first and graphics and story second, because in the end, isn't that what you play a game for?
Yeah, unless you're like fucking Metal Gear Solid 4, where you're like 70% movie.
Well, like that, I think like you have to go into Metal Gear with the intention. You have to go into it with the mindset that you're not like
I
really.
love how we went into Metal Gear for this Nintendo Direct discussion.
Yeah, it's gonna come up anytime you talk to me about video games. I'm like, they're like, Federation Force, pretty shitty, but not as shitty as Snake's Revenge for the NES. I've only played the beginning of that actually, but.
So yeah, NX just show that off. Keep gimmicks to a minimum. You know, bring back the idea of the N64, GameCube, and the Super Nintendo. No gimmicks, just a controller, good games. That's all we need.
But even PlayStation and Xbox does gimmicks now. Like they not as they don't focus on them, but they do them and like.
Okay, yeah, PlayStation 4 has the gimmick in terms of like the touchpad that no one uses.
Plus, they totally did the rip-off of the Wiimote, like,
which did not work.
Yeah, exactly.
But the Xbox One doesn't have a gimmick anymore.
Well, it doesn't have that Xbox. It doesn't have that camera or whatever.
They're now selling the Xbox without the Kinect.
Oh, okay.
So the Kinect isn't even important anymore. So you can now play the Xbone without the Kinect.
Xbone.
Yeah, I like the Xbone.
Yeah.
I think Microsoft tried to buy the rights to that word at one point.
Just so no one would say it.
Just so that no one could say it.
Yeah.
Anyways, so final thoughts on the Direct itself?
Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker would have made a great addition to this thing of Direct for the Wii U or the Nintendo 3DS, but it's unfortunate that it wasn't ported to either of those this year. I'm gonna look forward to next year's Nintendo Direct.
Yeah, he doesn't know that Nintendo Directs come out more frequently than just once a year.
All right, next week.
Anyways, thank you guys for, if you're still watching after all this time. How long have we been recording?
An hour and a half.
What? We've been going for an hour and 30 minutes? Jesus Christ.
This is definitely going to be at least a two-parter.
No, I'm not cutting this up.
Oh, no. Do you want me to try?
No, why would we cut this up?
I don't know, just so, like...
Anyways, just get ready to turn it off. We just got to do the outro. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. And as always, please rate, comment, sub, share the video. Feedback is always appreciated. And tell us what you think about this, seriously, because I had a lot of fun just sitting here talking with Nick about the Direct. And, you know, we could get John back here and we could actually talk about other discussions between all three of us. And maybe make this a sort of quote-unquote podcast-like system later on.
John's the eye candy.
That's a face for radio.
Yeah. Yeah, no one can see him.
Anyways, thank you again for watching, and as always, have yourselves a good day, night. Just have a good time. Bye.